Hi Sagittarius, how are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. So this is going to be a love messages. It's going to be a general reading, so the rules might get reversed or it may or may not resonate with you. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down in the description box below for a personal reading with me. Okay. So in this reading, Sagittarius, is going to be a you versus them format. I'm going to be pulling a card about who is it that we're going to be talking about today and what their current energy is like, your challenges, past, present, future from both parties, and we're going to clarify them. And I'm also going to be pulling some advice card for you by the end of the session. You have somebody that truly wants you here, Sagittarius. Really, really want you to a point that they're very determined that this is the type of connection that is going to be bringing about like a lot of happiness in their life. And one of the reasons for that has a lot to do with the changes that you have in your life at this present moment, because I feel that your self-esteem now is starting to increase. The value, how you value yourself, the self-respect that you have here is also starting to increase. The more emotionally detached you are from these connections and the more focused you are on your life, it brings about some sort of respect out of other people. So there is one particular person here who is really, really interested in you, and we're going to clarify that, okay? Now, this person's current energy, they have the Knight of Wands, they have the Nine of Cups, and also the Queen of Pentacles in upright position. I feel that this week, in particular, Sagittarius, you guys are going to be getting in touch with your playful nature by a lot. You would have like a lot of fun. You would feel that the things that you're doing currently with your life is going to be bringing about a lot of joys in your life. And by you doing that, for some reason, it's just going to attract things. You know, I'm a Sagittarius myself, right? And I always heard, like back in the days before I was studying astrology, I remember reading this piece of articles about why is Sagittarius always lucky? Because I always find myself always lucky. You know, whenever I stress about things, that's when my luck runs out. Okay. So one of the key points that I remember about that article that I read back in the days before I studied astrology was because our nature's being super duper optimistic that things are going to work out just fine. That is what brings us a lot of luck. And it goes in line with the law of attraction, with law of manifestation, okay? We don't care as much as like a Virgo does or a Capricorn does. We don't overthink as much as they do. Now, you're going to go back to that energy of yours, which is beautiful. And by that in itself is going to make you manifest like tons of self-esteem, tons of successes, tons of financial benefit for you. And the plus side about that is that you're going to be attracting a lot of people who would want to wife you up or husband you up. Okay. Now, you might be dealing with an earth sign here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or a Sagittarius or a Pisces or a Cancer. That's as far as I could see right now. Now, in the past, you have the Ace of Pentacles and you also have the Two of Pentacles in upright position. I feel that in the past, you were a bit grappling with the idea on the things that you guys are inspired to do. Okay. I feel that the full moon in Sagittarius that we been in recently kind of like gave you an idea of what is it exactly that you need to be doing with your life. And you're trying to grapple about like, okay, how do I do it? You're trying to figure out a way on how you do it and etc. For some reason, I just feel that it's not really attached to other people, but it's much more attached to you. Now, from this person's side, they have the King of Cups and also the Temperance. You might be taking with the water sign as well, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but there is somebody here who is really, really, liking your energy and they truly want to be emotionally connecting with you, but they're trying to play it cool in the past. Okay. They felt that interacting with you, touching you, just watching you do your own things, it kind of like inspires them to feel better. Do you know how it is like when you're talking to other people and they're just like, wow, like you inspire me, you open some things within me that I don't realize about myself? This is how they felt about you in the past, but they play it cool, okay? And there is a strong sense of optimism from this person's side as well about like, you know, I think I can manifest Sagittarius in my life. Now, In the present moment, they have the Six of Pentacles and also the Chariot. You'd be hearing from this person, you know, because this person is going to be investing. Again, they like you and they want to go at you with fierce determination. You have no idea how obsessed and badly they want you here, Sagittarius, but you're pretty cool. You're pretty detached. I think you're much more focused on life, on you, more than your romantic department, which I have to give you credit for. Now, in the future, they have the Nine of Swords and also the Wheel of Fortune. From your side, you have the Lovers and you also have the Five of Cups in upright position. I feel that in the future, you guys are going to have to make a choices because I don't know why, but your energy is going to be a bit all or nothing. You might go into a nostalgic place of you like, oh, wow, like that person used to like me. So this is you being nostalgic with people that you've known for a very long time, maybe in your high school, in your college, like, wow, that person used to like me, but I never really took them seriously. If I took them seriously, then, maybe it could have been something with them. Like, you're going to go through that. But I feel that in the future, you guys are going to be making decisions in the present moment or in your future that is much more logical and much more sensible than it is about anything else. Now, in the future, because, I don't know, I don't feel that you guys are going to be focusing a lot more on your life. That's the thing. I think you're trying to make your life feel better. You're trying to contemplate on the choices that you've made in your life recently to a point where this person feels that, wow, like Sagittarius is not as interested in me as much as I am interested in them. They're going to get a bit anxious about it. They're going to go through like a lot of headaches trying to figure you out. However, there is also a big positive energy from them about them being still optimistic that, I am certain that I am going to end up being with Sagittarius. I am certain that at one point in my life that Sagittarius is going to notice me. I am certain that circumstances is going to align so that me and Sagittarius, we could be together. So there is a high level of optimism coming from their side because they feel that your presence in their life could bring about some sort of expansion in their life as well. Okay, so now let's get into your reading, Sagittarius, and let's start clarifying them. I want to clarify that Six of Pentacles from their side. They feel that you don't care about them that much. They feel that you're not as attached as you are, or as you should be. There's a lot of, like, they're giving this connection like a lot of investment and energy, whether you realize it or not. This could be something that they're doing explicitly, like literally chasing after you, or it could be something that they're doing like, okay, I am going to observe Sagittarius. I'm going to watch Sagittarius. I'm going to strategize how Sagittarius is. But there's like a lot of investment that they're making. So a lot of their time is being spent on just thinking about you, admiring you, liking your energy, how to get to you and everything like that. And if you've been watching me for quite some time, you know that I don't romanticize things. I don't sugarcoat things. I don't do that. I'm a Sagittarius. I don't do that. But I am saying what I see. Okay. Let's clarify the Two of Swords. Two of Swords, clarify by the Two of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and also the Temperance and upright position. I feel that at this present moment, again, because you're so focused on you don't really want to be making decisions at this present moment that might hinder, jeopardize the mission or the goals that you have to yourself. And I feel that, again, there's some positivity, there's going to be some optimistic, there's going to be some playful nature of yours that is going to come about in this week or next week. Let's clarify the Chariot from their side. Oh, wow. Like I'm not kidding, Sagittarius. Like this person wants you so badly to a point that you'd probably invade their mind like half a day that they're waking up or they're awake. Because it's all about them fully deciding that this is something that I want. It's all about them fully thinking that if I were to be with Sagittarius, we both have this complementary element to make it work. For some of you, you might be dealing with a maladaptive daydreamer as well, because it's like the majority of time spent, like, they're thinking about it, you know what I mean? Like, wow, like, I like that. This could be a secret admirer for all I know, because it's like, it's crazy how this person is invested. Whew. But anyway, yeah, like, and a part of them also wants to adapt to how they think you would like things. So I'm going to give you an example. Them fully investing in you, right? Like, they watch you, they observe you and everything like that. They starting to have this assumption or conclusion about what type of person does Sagittarius actually like. Okay. Should I be the cool person, or should I be the introverted one? Should I be interested in politics, or should I be interested? Like, they would study all of your interests and they would try to become the person that you like. Okay. Let's clarify the King of Wands. But again, you don't care. You know, all of your focuses is all about yourself. That's going to be a different story if you're dealing with a Leo or a Libra or a Taurus. Because if you're dealing with a Leo, Libra, or a Taurus, you're still invested and you're still giving in. But if you're dealing with any other signs other than, you know, Leo, Libra, or Taurus, then I feel that you may not actually notice how crazy obsessed this person actually is. I need to drink water. Okay, let's clarify the future. I clarify that Nine of Swords. But you don't really care. You're not interested. It's like your energy is a bit dismissive of them. And that hurts them a lot, because again, you are a treasure that they would like to own all to themselves. Super invested, Sagittarius, I'm not gonna lie. Clarify the Lovers. Okay, so at some point in time, you guys are going to be engaging with this person. You guys are going to be interacting with this person. But you're going to address them, or you're going to be interacting with them in a manner that is very mature, to a point where they feel that you guys are rejecting them. Because in the future, you guys are going to start to understand what are your emotional needs and what are the practical needs that you need in order to be in a relationship with somebody. The active services that they provide, the consistencies and the persistencies, and how feasible it is to have a relationship with this person. You're going to be communicating that to them. And I feel that they're going to see it as a rejection from their side. Because what they're hoping for is that you to be fully open up and to be fully invested in this connection as much as they're invested in this present moment. I feel that you're taking lessons out of your past. Yeah. You kind of like wants to be restructuring your love life in general, because you don't want to be repeating the same mistake that you did in the past. And that comes from you want to be attracting a different type of people than you did in the past. You want to be attracting a different type of dynamic in a relationship that in comparison to the one that you had in your past, and etc. There's a realizations of like, oh wow, like I wasted so much time, you know, in an unhealthy and toxic type of relationship that I think I want to change. I deserve some changes. Now, in terms of this person's side, the thing is that they're very optimistic. It's very optimistic type of card. I'm not going to lie to you. You might be dealing with the water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio as well, but it's like, it's plotting, like the sense that you're no longer emotionally available or you're not emotionally available. They're receiving it as a mixed signals, and how could they win you over? Like, this person is very optimistic that they can eventually find a way to get to you so that you could be emotionally available to them. Let's pull some advice card for you here, Sagittarius. Interesting. Let's see. So what you don't see coming towards you in the future here, Sagittarius, is you would have, again, that other epiphanies about what is it that you need to be doing in your life in order for you to gain some sort of successes in your financial sector. It's looking good. This reading. Okay, let's pull some advice card for you, Sagittarius. I just hurt my thumb from playing too much tennis, so I have a little bit of a problem when it comes to shuffling. Okay. The Lovers, the Eight of Pentacles, and also the Ten of Pentacles in upright position. So, as I mentioned earlier, you want some changes, right? You want to bring about some sort of changes into your love department because you no longer want to be attracting the kind of people that you used to attract or the type of dynamic that you used to attract way back in the past. Now, understand that life is about choices, okay? In a way that you could actually say no to whoever it is. Like if it doesn't interest you, if you know that it's not going to be beneficial for you in the long run, you could actually say no to that. And this is the universe way of telling you, and your spirit guide ways of telling you that, look, Sagittarius, in order for you to not repeat the same mistake that you did in the past, how about when you start vetting people out, you start looking at them from the value perspective instead of how you feel about them, okay? Because if you rely solely on how you feel about them, it means that there is a high possibility of you repeating the same cycle because you're looking for chemistry. Chemistry is our neurological reaction towards something that is familiar. I mentioned this with Virgo reading as well, so you might be dealing with a Virgo as well. But anyway, if you're used to be dealing with people who are emotionally unavailable, you would always have an amazing chemistry with people who are emotionally unavailable. Same goes with narcissists, same goes with people who are looking at us through the lens of contempt, and etc. Now, that is why you shouldn't be trusting chemistry. You shouldn't be trusting your emotions that much. Instead, try to look at it from a very value perspective. So let's say, for instance, are you a family person? Because if you're a family person, it's much more beneficial. It is much more advisable for you to start looking for somebody who is a family person. Are you religious? Find someone who has the same religious value as you are. What is your love language? It's going to be a lot easier for you to find somebody with a similar type of love language, okay? That way, you would find someone that is compatible with you rather than chasing after opposition that attracts, okay? Okay, and that way you can also ensure that the next relationship that you're in, once you start evaluating people from that value that I was talking about earlier, that has a potential to be a relationship that is of a long term. Because you're attracting people and you're going to be attracted to people who would have a similar values than yours so that the compatibility is no longer a problem. The one thing that you need to understand here, Sagittarius, is that once you start looking for people from that type of lenses, that relationship is going to be very different than the relationship that you're used to. Because you're used to a relationship that brings you a lot of hurt, that brings you like a lot of, I thought it was stable, but then turns out it wasn't. A lot of surprises, a lot of hidden things, a lot of confusion, a lot of you wondering like, why is it like this? Why is it so hard? It's going to be different because when you're finding someone who is actually compatible for you, there'd be less things to fight over. There'd be less things to have a conflict upon. And it's going to feel, for those of you who used to have a roller coaster relationship, is like, wow, this is so boring. But that is the healthy relationship. A healthy relationship isn't a relationship that you fight and then you make up. A healthy relationship isn't a relationship that you felt that something is hidden, that it keeps you always anxious. A healthy relationship isn't a relationship that you're scared to go home to. No. A healthy relationship would feel boring for those of you who are so used in having a roller coaster type of relationship. But that relationship is the one that benefits you, is the one that is going to be sustainable, is the one that is going to be bringing about like a lot of happiness. Once, like you would, habit change takes a while. Therefore, when you're in that type of relationship, it will take about a year or two until you finally realize that, wow, like I'm actually in a healthy relationship. Before that 1 year come, like you'd feel like this is so boring. I want to get out of it. I want to cause some drama. I want to create something so that, there's a bit of excitement in this relationship. At least I have to chase. At least I have to prove myself worth. At least I have to do this or that, do this and that. But after a year, you'd start to realize that, wow, this is heaven. This type of relationship is heavenly. A relationship that both of us actually supports one another. Have you experienced that, Sagittarius? A relationship where someone is not forcing down their opinion on you. Have you ever experienced that, Sagittarius? A relationship where somebody loves your authentic self. Have you experienced that, Sagittarius? If you haven't, try to vet people from that compatibility perspective or from that value perspective. You would find it. It's here. It's promised to you. But there needs to be a bit of restructuring. There needs to be a bit of changes here in a way that you evaluate somebody to be with you or to be your person. Okay? So I think that is it from writing for you here, Sagittarius. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you guys been looking for. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week for another weekly reading. All right, bye-bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.